Hi everyone and welcome to a new video. In this video we're going to take a look at Qi Dao. This is a new DeFi platform on Polygon Matic. If you're interested in what this is about, how you can borrow with 0% interest and how you can get some very nice yields, then be sure to continue watching, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe at the end of the video. When we go to the website, which is main.finance, we immediately see the unique selling point of this platform, which is borrow my at 0% interest. So Mai is the native stablecoin. It's actually the first stablecoin that is completely native to the Polygon Matic network. So USDC and so forth, they were all created on the Ethereum network and then ported over to the different other networks like, for example, Polygon, Binance Smart Chain and so forth. However, the Mai token is completely native to the Polygon Matic platform. As you can see right now, I don't have a vault open myself, but you can take a look at the vault monitor, which will show you all the vaults currently open and close to liquidation. So we have Matic vaults, Cam Matic vaults, Wrapped ETH and Cam Wrapped ETH. This immediately explains part of the protocol and part of how the Matic stablecoin works. So if you want to have the Matic stablecoin, you have to give collateral, and the collateral should be 150% or more. So as soon as your collateral goes below 150%, the liquidation will be triggered. Now, thankfully, there is only partial liquidation. So it doesn't mean if your value, for example, the Ethereum that you've locked up goes below that 150% threshold, that they're going to sell all of your Ethereum. No, they're just going to sell just enough to put you back above that 150%. This also means that you can make a hobby out of it by looking at these lists and trying to catch those liquidated vaults, because then you can buy the content of that vault at a reduced price. The next page is a swapping page. Now the interesting part is you can only swap USDC for Mai. Now why is this interesting? Well, as soon as you switch USDC for Mai, new Mai is being created. This also means there is always USDC backing the Mai tokens. So even though this swapping function doesn't look special, it is special in the background. So thanks to the Anchor protocol, you can always change Mai for USDC and USDC for Mai. And just to show you why this would be interesting, so in the early days, we see a lot of volatility for the Mai token. We are at 1.15, we go down to 0.95, and then we shoot up all the way to 1.19. So yeah, depending on which side of the trade you are, you would be paying a premium. And to avoid this, you could simply go to the Qi Dao website and exchange your USDC directly for the Mai token and mint Mai token that way, so you don't have to buy it on the open market. So the bottom line is, thanks to the Anchor protocol, everybody who is using vaults to borrow at 0% interest on the Qi Dao platform is pretty safe when it comes to paying back, regardless of what is happening to the Mai token on the open market. And yes, for those of you who have been paying attention, this creates also an arbitrage opportunity. For example, on Monday the 24th, we could have gone to the Mai swapping page. We could have swapped $10,000 for 10,000 Mai, then go to the open market and sell it for 1.19 and then have a very nice profit of almost 20%. Even though 0% interest sounds really great, there is of course also a business model behind it, so there are some fees involved. So as soon as you pay back your loan, you pay 0.5% fees. When you want to join the farming program and you deposit your liquidity tokens, then you have to pay 0.5% fees as well. And then last but not least, we have that 1% fee that I talked about when minting Mai or converting Mai back into stablecoins. This brings us to the next function, which is the farm. So in the farm, we can of course add liquidity for Mai USDC, and this is being done on QuickSwap. Right now, it still gives you a very nice return of 28% APR. So this is not APY, it's APR. So if you compound it daily by yourself, your return annually will even be higher. And this for a stablecoin, so this is definitely interesting. If you like a little bit more risk, you can go for the Qi liquidity pool, also on QuickSwap. Right now it's giving over 200% APR, which is definitely very interesting. The question, of course, is what is the Qi token, what is it used for, and is it worth the risk? So the Qi token is the governance token of the platform, and it is as simple as that. So the Qi token will allow you to vote on the different proposals. It goes from collateral types to revenue distribution, risk parameters, and so forth. When it comes to token distribution, there is a hard cap of 200 million. The investors got 5%, which is released over 18 months, and the keepers, so those are the people who are managing the project, they get 10%, which is vested over 3 years. And then we see that all the rest, so it's 85%, is going to the community, so I definitely like to see that. And then when it comes to risk, I think the biggest thing that annoys me is that it's an anonymous team. I don't like it, but sadly with DeFi projects, this is definitely not unusual. When it comes to good things, well, I like to see that 85% of the governance tokens are going to the community, so that's definitely good. There has also been an audit by Brahma Systems, and I've been told that they're also in the process of getting another audit by Cloakwire. So they're definitely doing an effort to keep things safe. Another good thing is that the Mai token is not an algorithmic stablecoin because it's completely backed by collateral, of course. Then of course we have the Anchor system, which protects everybody who has a loan on this platform, because basically you can always pay back at almost $1 regardless of what is happening in the market. And then also good to see that there's a debt ceiling, which means there is always a maximum amount of Mai that can be minted. So even if there is a problem with the smart contract, there is a limit as to how much Mai they can mint and dump on the market. Another thing that I like to see is that they're only accepting new collateral assets if they have a Chainlink oracle. And we all know that Chainlink is the #1 oracle in the industry right now. So I'm really happy to see that they only want to accept projects that have an oracle by Chainlink integrated. Because the Qi token is of course also a farm token, it is interesting to see the curve and see how the price has evolved. Usually the farm tokens are pump and dump tokens. With the Qi token, thankfully it's looking different. Right now it has been on the market for over 2 months, so we definitely have some price history already. So it started at 50 cents, we had a very high run up and then of course a dump. And then the token seemed to have stabilized. Of course, we have this dump here in at the end of July, but now we see that we're back in an uptrend and we are at $1.34. So yes, it is very volatile, but this is normal. It is still a farm token, it's a governance token, it is a pretty small market cap. So do expect some volatility when you invest in this token. Personally, I think we have a very nice setup here because you can supply 2 stable coins, earn 29% APR, then earn that Qi token and then use that Qi token to put it in the My Qi liquidity pool to get this nice juicy APR. Of course, everybody can do whatever they want, but when it comes to farm tokens, I prefer to farm the token rather than buy the token because that will limit my risk significantly. Next up, we have the yield page, which has the yield instruments, and as you can see, we all have these Aave symbols next to the different tokens. What does this mean? Basically, as soon as you lock something up in Aave, so in my case, I've got 200 Matic tokens locked up on the Aave platform, which is yielding me about 4%, so a little under 1% APY here, and then 3.37% APR in Matic rewards annually. Next, it's up to you to click this claim button on a daily basis or however often you like to do, and then reinvest these tokens on the platform to then earn that yield again. And in this way, you would be compounding your interest. Sadly, you have to do this manually, and thankfully, the Qi Dao platform has a nice solution for this, because as soon as you lock something up in Matic, Matic will give you a Matic version of that token in your wallet. So in this case, I have 200 AM wrapped Matic tokens in my wallet. So rather than having these tokens just sitting there, I'm going to the Qi Dao platform. I click on AMW Matic and click deposit. Max, confirm. There you go. So right now we have about $300 locked up on the Qi Dao platform, which means that I don't have to click that claim button on a daily basis anymore. The Qi Dao platform will auto compound these rewards for me automatically. Now the fun doesn't stop there. By doing this, we actually have a CAM token, so this means a compounding AM wrapped Matic token, and we can actually use this token on the Qi Dao platform again. To do this, we go to Vaults, click Create, then we select the collateral. So in this case, we're going for Aave market tokens, and then we choose our newly minted CAMW Matic token. Next, we click Create, then we click Max down here. Then we approve the contract for the CAMW Matic token. Then we click deposit and then we click borrow. Next thing we do is use this slider or immediately fill in whatever we want to borrow. There we go. So if you want to borrow $100, we're still pretty safe. We are not completely at risky. Now, what we do see here is borrow exceeds the current maximum debt ceiling. So this is the safety feature that has been built in. This means that we will not be able to borrow the tokens right now, but normally the debt ceiling is being lifted or increased within 48 hours. So in this case, we'll have to wait a little bit more before we can borrow the Mai tokens. I hope you understand how the system works. So basically, you can start earning interest on Aave, then use the Aave token, put it in the yield instrument, start compounding automatically, and if you then want to, you can use this compound token, put it into a vault, borrow against it, get the Mai token, and then exchange it into USDC or whatever token you want to use, and then buy whatever token you want to buy, or put it into a liquidity pool and earn some extra interest that way. The last thing that I want to talk about is the booster. So in the booster, you can actually lock up your Qi tokens. So if you're not planning to sell your Qi tokens and you want to be part of this platform and part of the governance, then I suggest definitely taking a look at the booster. The booster is actually using the portion of the fees that is being redistributed to the community. So basically, all the fees that are being paid, a portion of that is being put into this booster program and rewarding all the people that support the Qi Dao in the long run. Now, very important to know, right now you have to lock it up for at least 1 week, and you can do it for a maximum of 4 years. I can already hear you think, why the hell would you lock something up for 4 years? Well, you get a very nice reward on top. So right now you get a 4x on your investment. So this means that if you lock up 100 tokens, you have the power of 400 tokens. This means that you have the voting power of 400 tokens as well, but you will be getting 4 times 243 annual return, so that would be 1000% per year. Of course, 4 years is insane in crypto land, so locking up for 4 years, yeah, I think you have to be really convinced or really don't care what happens with the money you lock up, so that's a decision that you have to make for yourself. Now, another thing that you could do, for example, if you don't mind locking up a small amount for 4 years, you can lock it up in one account and then use a different account to compound your interest, for example, on a weekly basis. Because right now, whatever you lock up in here, it will be locked up for whatever period you have set the maximum on. So if you want to have a portion of your tokens being compounded for 1 week and a portion that you want to lock up for 4 years or 1 year, I suggest using 2 different wallets. Now, if you are super excited about this platform, then be sure to check out this page as well. Go to governance. And over here, you'll be able to vote on all the different proposals. And as you can see, the community is very active. So the latest one is a suggestion to add another stablecoin to the Anchor protocol. So right now it's only USDC that can mint Mai, but the voting is going on to accept the DAI token and the USDT token as well. And right now it seems that people like option 3 the most, which is adding both to the Anchor protocol. Another interesting proposal that was recently voted on is using the deposit fee revenue to farm rewards. So basically all that revenue is going into the Mai Qi farm. And currently with a 200% APR on that liquidity farm, this of course gives you very nice returns for the people who are using the booster and holding on to the Qi Dao token. Personally, I think the Qi Dao program is a very interesting one and it's shaping up nicely. Of course, there are always risks involved and none of this is financial advice. Keep in mind that every project has the potential of smart contract risk. In this case, we don't know who the founders are. Regardless, any farming project is risky. Farming and using or buying farming tokens is very risky, and last but not least, DeFi in general is still very experimental, so please keep that in mind when investing in projects like this. This brings me to the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to hit that like button, hit that notification bell, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you got any questions or you just want to say hi, please do post a comment because that will help the video in the YouTube algorithm. That's it, and I hope I see you all in the next video. Bye.